Hey guys, it's My Life bringing you another audio commentary. This is going to be another 2 versus 2. Sai as the purple Zerg, me as the teal Terran, against the blue Zerg named Konanigan and the red Protoss named Gustav. This is actually a really interesting match. Tons of action all the way through. Both Zerg players here, I believe, are going to go with a 15 pool. Red Protoss is actually, he's delaying a little bit on his gateway. He actually got himself 13 probes before he made his gateway, which is interesting. It kind of helps me with my little early game harassment I'm about to do here in a few. I am getting up my barracks, putting up a refinery immediately after my barracks, delaying building more SCVs so I can get some Reapers out pretty quick and harass this Protoss player. So I did see that he got a little bit of a late gateway there. That's why I decided to go that route. This Zerg player deciding to stay in one base, not trying an early expo here, already puts up a gas. Sai's doing the same. As you can see, my tech lab went down right as my barracks was finished building. I start up my second supply depot, and now I start bringing in my orbital command. My tech lab should finish up, and I will have enough gas just in time to make my first Reaper and send that over here and start to harass this Protoss player. He's getting a second pylon and actually putting up a second gas already. He chrono boosts out a Zealot because he knows that Sai is over here because of his Overlord in his base, and he's probably just a tad bit fearful of Sai early hitting him with a few lings there. It's always something you want to watch out for and be prepared for, even if it doesn't happen. Blue already gets his queened up, makes a couple lings. Probably just a scout with, same that Sai's doing right here. Checking out what they're doing. The Zealot here, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he was going to come down and scout me, see what was going on. Maybe they'll try a little early harassment here, who knows. But I do get my Reaper up here in this guy's base, and I will be able to cause a little bit of havoc here. Zealots are very slow. Workers actually have the same movement speed as Reapers, but if I can put just a little bit of distance between me and the workers, I can attack them as I run. As you can see here, I'm just moving away, and once I get enough distance between me and a Zealot, I just attack him once and keep moving. This is very micro intensive, so you don't have, I mean, I can't be building buildings right now. All I can be doing is making units, and since I only have that one barracks, there's not a whole lot of units I could be making right now. So this does take away from me macroing at the time being. I do get 2 Zealots picked off. He just now puts down his Cybernetics core. But the Zerg player is actually bringing some Lings to help him out, and Lings are actually just as fast as Reapers are. He does pick that one off, and I've kind of realized, you know, the gig is up. I don't really want to waste too much gold or too much minerals and gas here on these Reapers, because my harass is pretty effective so far. I killed a few Zealots, I killed a couple workers, and I'm pretty happy on that performance from my Reapers early game there. Sai is over here checking out the Zerg, seeing what he's doing. We do know that he has that, or he's getting that expo. I believe so anyway. Yes, I did see that expo. But the Zerg player just has too many Zerglings right now. He did get speed on his Zerglings, and Sai decided to go the Roach route. So this guy is going with an early expo and speedlings, which is actually way more effective. I think I said this in one of my other audio commentaries, but since the most recent patch, the Ling can actually hold their own against Roaches now, simply for the fact that the Roach's armor got decreased. So if you get 1-0 upgrades on your Lings, it can be pretty effective. He actually surrounds the queen there. Pretty shoddy micro by Sai here. Lets his units get surrounded. He has to bring a couple workers to help out and finish off these Zerglings. He is streaming Zerglings into the base. Here comes a Zealot. There's a Zealot right there. They're just going all out on Sai right here because he decided to go these Roaches instead of massing Lings like the other Zerg player did. I am casually sitting in my base. I spent all that time micromanaging my Reapers that my units are a little slow here, but I do have 4 barracks up. I have 2 with reactors. This one's almost finished, and I have 2 with tech labs. So I'm going to start pumping the Marines and Marauders. I'm already upgrading my concussion shells, as I said in a previous audio commentary, I don't like to get stim pack this early because that 150 is just too much to be spending on an upgrade at this point in the game. I'd much rather be getting units, especially if my ally is going to be getting hit like this. He's just barely getting these roaches out in time to stop these lings from killing him. He has to keep using his workers. They're just destroying his economy right now at little to no cost to them. Both of the units that they're using to do this cost nothing but minerals. They don't cost gas, so they're just farming up their gas. This guy's getting an immortal out, and he's already upping a robotics bay so he can get those Colossus out. The Colossus, as you may know, are very devastating to Terran infantry units. It just rips through them like they're nothing. Marauders much less than Marines, but Colossus just tear Marines apart, and if Psy doesn't have much to help me besides roaches and zerglings, those Colossus are going to be devastating to us. So he's trying to get to those as fast as possible. He's got his warp gates, and Blue here is still just making tons of lings. He did get his lair, and he made a spire, so he can actually build mutalisks now, but he doesn't really have the gas to support anything more than 3 mutas at the moment because he's yet to try and saturate this, even though he's had this hatchery for a couple minutes. Maybe he shouldn't have tried to tech to this spire so early. It's definitely a decent idea simply for the fact that he can harass with these mutalisks. But since I have so many Marines already, the only person he can really hit with them is Psy. So we'll see how that plays out here in a minute. Gustav has gotten a second immortal out. He's got immortals, zealots, and sentries. And I believe, yes, he starts